Welcome back to the 300 podcast. So today I'm joined by David Indo. So David is the CEO of ID Comms here in London. Welcome, David.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you. What are clients looking for nowadays, and what do you think the big things are that's changed in the last few years?
I think the biggest pivot has been from a focus of commercial greed to one of kind of strategic need. Now, competitive advantage comes from strategic excellence, comes from a forensic understanding of the target audience, comes from a clear link from a media input to some form of business kind of output. And these are kind of strategic frameworks that most advertisers now are looking for.
Do you think agencies have changed quick enough to reflect what these clients are needing?
I think they are. I mean, agencies have always been chameleons. You know, they've been brilliantly adept at redesigning themselves to kind of fit the brief of that particular client and the need of that particular client. Are they perfectly delivering against the needs of those clients? Not yet.
No.
But when the agencies get it right, it is deeply impressive.
You see lots of agencies.
Yeah.
So on the whole, what do agencies do well, and what do they do when you think, oh, why do you keep doing this? You know, what's the thing they keep getting wrong?
Generally speaking, where I've seen the agencies truly perform at their best is when they understand what the client is looking for, when they understand culturally what the makeup of the client is, and they can reflect that kind of cultural nuance within their own teams. And then it's all about high momentum, really good communication, and then a desire to commit to that client for the future.
Data and technology now has become such a foundational element to what big agencies now put forward to clients.
Yeah.
What role does this play compared to culture, human beings? You know, is this table stakes or?
Yeah. I've sat in meetings where it's like a smorgasbord, a buffet of things that you could get from this agency from a tech or operating model perspective. Where the agencies are truly effective is when they're able to simplify that. And at the very heart of that simplification is a clear articulation of the benefit to the client. So where agencies get it wrong is when they talk about benefits to themselves.
Yeah.
When they ground that narrative in a benefit to the client, then it becomes far more seductive.
I hear a number of agencies going, we need to find the brief beneath the brief. Is there such a thing? Is this almost serving something up to a client that they didn't even realise they needed?
It is so important. If the brief, and I don't mean the strategic brief, I mean often the operational brief. How do you want the teams to act? What is it that you are looking for from a media agency partner? Is it thought leadership? Is it just seamless, integrated, full funnel marketing communications? Is it AI-enabled, optimized? Ask those questions. And if the brief in its first interpretation doesn't give you those answers, then I think you have absolutely every right to interrogate it more. Don't challenge the brief, but ask questions that will allow you to just lift the layers of the onion a little bit more. Because the clearer you are, the better you are to answer it. And if you can convince them that you're able to answer that brief or their needs in the right kind of way, you'll win. And if the brief, frankly, is opaque and slightly distracting or confusing, and you're the only agency that is able to or has the desire to interrogate it a little bit more, then that will give you a competitive advantage.
Yeah. So if you could give an agency or agencies 2 or 3 pieces of advice of the things that should be steadfast pillars in a pitch, whether it's behaviours or deliverables, what would they be?
So be selective, get the right team, and then understand what the real ask is.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, David.
My pleasure.
It's been an absolute pleasure. And thank you to all of our viewers and our listeners, and tune in next time for 300 Seconds on Agency Growth.